Well, it's different. It's unique. And if you go into it just thinking it's another film,
No.
it kind of isn't.
It's kind of reflected in the award we won, like Best Experimental.
Yeah, because we utilise the way people were communicating to tell our story in the way that the characters communicating with each other was the same way that we were communicating with each other, and you were able to direct them via those means. I was able to make a few adjustments because obviously I'm not there. Like Italy, I wasn't in Italy, but I was able to make the odd adjustments to tell the actors to make a few little adjustments, very basic stuff, but it opened up the world to us.
And I will also say that it sounds like a compromise, but actually what we could do is, in many cases, make it all about the acting, if you recall, for those scenes. But I should say 75, I think I counted like 71 minutes of this movie is shot by a traditional camera. So it's just it's a real multimedia experience we're presenting here. And I think my goal would be my hope would be that people really just ask questions about what we've been through, but also what we went through in 2020, but also in the relationships we show beyond this era, just things that could have happened at any time period. We're asking a lot of questions, and if they can do that, and it makes them reflect on their lives and so on, then it's a victory.
But the restrictive nature of the way we made our film, it made us more creative. I feel.
I agree.
Because if two people are communicating via online means, whether it's Skype, Zoom, Google Teams, whatever, because they can't leave and visit and they've got to do it online, you wouldn't just have two actors just sitting there looking at a computer. You'd go, okay, how do I get creative? And that was sort of my challenge to how do I add movement and stillness, but it's got to be motivated. Because a lot of people throw that term out there, motivated movement. Well, what is that? And especially if they're talking that way, how do you incorporate that? And I did try to balance that, but I wouldn't have if we didn't shoot it that way. I wouldn't have had that creative journey because that opportunity of that restriction made us think a certain way. So the restriction was a positive in making us think more creatively. And I don't think a lot of people would see it that way, that a restriction can actually be a benefit because you're coming up with solving a problem that can be such a benefit to you and your career and just your life in general, I reckon.